Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. So my significant other installed for Christmas these, I don't know how you might call them, curtain lights, hanging lights. Anyway, I'm going to show them to you in a second above my bar, and I really like them, and they're not going to be around just for Christmas, so we decided we're going to keep them installed forever. But I hate plugging and unplugging it all the time. There's no button, there's no nothing. You just plug them and unplug them. So I would like to get to remote control them, since it's in a kind of a hidden location where I plug them in. And for that, I have this. This is a Wi-Fi enabled relay. They call it a Wi-Fi smart switch. It's made by Sonoff. It's the Basic R2. Quite small, very interesting device, very easy to use. I've used it in a project at one of my friends' houses, and this is just a leftover, but they're very cheap. I think it's like €7. What's that? $8 or something. But yeah, very nice. I'm gonna show them to you in a second. So this video, we're gonna attach them to the lights and make them operate remotely. For that, I have this little cable here that I'm gonna use since I cannot attach it here. And for that, I'm gonna need to take this power brick apart, which by the looks of it, since I think it's outdoor rated as well, it's not gonna be easy, so I'm gonna have to break it apart somehow. So just give me a second while I do that, and I'll be right back. So, wasn't as bad as I thought. Just use a big pair of pliers to break it apart. Looks quite modular. These are the pads where it connects to the live and neutral, and even where it connects to the string light itself. It's just push pins one into each other. But yeah, this will make it a lot more easier than this thing. So let's get started with this cable, which I grabbed from somewhere, I don't even know. Let's strip it. Sorry about the noise. It's not the right tool for the job, but it'll do. Okay. Let's get this out the way for the second so we don't need it right now. So let's continue with this. Strip back the cables. Okay, I'm gonna need a little piece of it. Like this, I guess. Should be fine. Maybe I should have cut it in the same length. Strip it back. Maybe a bit more. These as well. Turn on my soldering iron. So I'm gonna need it in a second. Okay. Okay, so let's start first by connecting it to the relay. Here it is back. Yeah, these things are really cute. I like them. They're easy to use. The app is free, which is not a granted these days. They're rated for 10 amps. I don't know if they can take that, but let me try to open it. Looks decent enough inside, I guess. I'm no expert, but it looks okay. So yeah. Let's put it back. Careful with these things. They're, as you can see, live connections. They do have these little covers for them where you can route the cables through and then tighten them down with some screws, but I misplaced mine. They're also good for outdoor use. They sell these little boxes of weatherproof outdoor units for them, including ferrules, they're called, whatever they're called. Saving for the cables, we can route them to the holes inside. But yeah, very versatile, and even these I think are like 250. So very, very cheap if you need to use them outdoors. Don't do the mistake I did the first time I used one of these. I put them in an aluminium box, and then I was wondering why the Wi-Fi wasn't working. Guess what? You can't do it through Wi-Fi. That's why they sell the plastic ones. So let's connect first the power input to the nicely labeled input here. While my soldering iron is heating up. What's wrong here? Wrong screwdriver. Great. This one. Much more reasonable. So, let's try this again. Input. Make sure there's no loose wires. This seems a bit long. Let's trim it down a bit. I'm not scared of anybody touching it since it's gonna go way behind the furniture. That's one of the reasons I want to use it, since it's the only plug I have available for those lights. And I'm gonna tape it up nicely. Make sure nobody pokes anything inside there. If you do want to do something like this, please do be careful. Live wires and electricity, and it will kill you if you're not careful. So make sure you know what you're doing. That I do, but here I am doing it. Yay. Let's attach the output from the relay. Do the back a bit. Input. Second one. Zoom in a bit. Much better. Good. Now, I want to get them soldered here. So let's use some of my crappy soldering paste. Flux paste, just not very good. I really should be getting something else. One random avalanche of stuff. It's about the place. Let's get some solder. Get some solder on these pads before anything else. Good. Nice and juicy lead-based solder. Soldering iron is struggling a bit. Maybe I should increase the temperature. Let's do that a bit. Okay. Let's get these wires soldered. So wrangle it a bit. Makes it a bit easier. Can you even see it? Yeah. Seems a bit long. Bend them back. Just asking for trouble with these longer wires. Never know what they're gonna touch and short out. Okay. Let's get this somewhat. It's moving all over the place. Probably need an extra pair of hands. Or helping hands. Ain't got them. So I'll have to do, I guess. Okay. Okay, that one looks good. Very good, actually. And the other one. Okay, good enough, I guess. So, that taken care of. Just gonna neatly fold them together and use a lot of electrical tape to hold them together. How should I do this? Yeah. This seems about right. Some support underneath so I can tighten them down neatly. Sure, there's a better way of doing this, but this is how I'm going. Probably gonna put everything in a nice project box. Don't have any available at the moment, but I will put them in a project box. Make sure nobody can touch them, but for testing purposes, they should be fine. It ain't pretty, but it should work. I did cover up the button here, so let me cut a hole for it. Tell you about it in a second. I can find my X-Acto knife. Let's cut around this. We're going to use it to pair for Wi-Fi. Okay. It's taken care of. So let's attach the string lights. They are can only go in one way. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Let's plug it in. See if the magic smoke comes out. Okay, let's plug them in, see what happens. Nothing. Well, that's a good sign. Let's bring the lights in closer. This should turn it on. Doesn't. Why not? Ah, good. Yeah. So now it's just a switch. But if we get it pairing to my phone, which I'll do in a second, so I'll look up the instructions on how to do it exactly. Nope. So let's try again. Add a device. Compatibility pairing. I'll press the button for 5 seconds. So let's do that. Okay, next. With our username and password for the Wi-Fi. Next. Now it should find it. Yeah, there it is. This was used before, that's why it had some troubles finding it. So let's connect to it. This is the password. Okay, Wi-Fi. Let's find it here. There we go. The default password that it had. Connected. Let's go back to the app. Good. Now it's going to send our Wi-Fi information to it. And add it to the app. Okay, so I'm gonna name it Bar Lights. Yeah, living room, that's fine. Okay, so now it's app controlled. And you can also have it work with your Home Assistant, whatever it may be. Home Assistant, or add it to Google, Alexa, whatever else you're using. So that's it. I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna go install it and show you some pictures and videos of it. So this is the final result. This is my bar with all my lights and everything. This is the lights that I did up. I really like how they look, so I'm gonna keep them. But now I have app control over them, and I can go like this. Turn off the bar lights.
Sure, turning off the bar lights.
And that's it. Hope you liked the video. Give it a try. Do be careful. See you for the next one.